Hey guys! Alright, just give me a quick second. I've rearranged my sewing space, so I gotta find a couple of things. I need my purple thread. She said it's in a box here somewhere. Not that one. This is what it was yesterday. Alright. Hi! Were you able to get a little bit of a nap in? I don't know where she says this is. It's not this one, I don't think. That doesn't work. We've got this one. Hello. All right, I'm gonna put the light like that until I get my lighting solution figured out. Hello. Now, did the people come? Like you said, they were gonna come as soon as you went to lay down. It's probably one of the kids, maybe. That's what happens with me, to me. I'll be talking to my son, I'll be trying to go to sleep, and then my son comes inside the room. And they go. And he goes, oh, sorry, mommy. I was like, it's fine. With me holding my crazy hours. Crazy people. Nope, that was not it. I was trying to find the little lock to this thing. Sorry, I'll put it right there. I dropped it. So like right here's my pegboards. Here's my sewing table. I'm gonna switch you guys over to my table in just a second. Try to get the best angle because this is all new. Like it's all new. Oh, you're under your, so it did come. Awesome, it did come. I think this is gonna be too light of a purple. Just put that there for right now. That is so fun that it came in. I'm so happy. I'm happy that it came in. I'm gonna move you right this way. There we go. You can see me, kind of. You see more of the machine and everything else except. There you go. It's because I have the up and down thing going. Okay, that's good. That's good. I like to make sure you guys can actually see me. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm talking to myself if I don't see myself in the frame. I guess it's just my personality. I don't know. So we're going to be making the Mal costume. If you guys were on with me last week, then you probably saw where I thank you, Monica. You were just here. Then you probably saw me do the live like production sewing style, making the undercoats. And then I kind of give you a preview of what it looks like when we do the, hold on a second. I'm gonna need one more bobbin for sure. Oh, okay, that one's pretty good. Okay, so I'm not gonna need that. So, if I can stay on track. So you guys saw me do the production sewing on that, and I made like 14 undercoats. And then I went and got something to eat, and then I came back and I made 12 of the circle skirt portions and put those together. then the next day I cut out bodices. So once I cut out all the bodices, it took that afternoon. I pretty much cut out all the bodices for all 8 dresses that I have orders for, and now I have 4 left that I'm working on, but I'm just gonna do literally 1 entirely through the process today. And then you guys can see the whole thing put together. I wish my Android would work for me to do the lives with, so that I can put my music on in the background. I'll try to hook up my Android to that one, to the speaker, see if I can just at least put some instrumental music or something in the background. I'm just not used to it being so quiet. See, I'm really not used to it being so quiet. Eat some food in a minute. I literally go from side to side on my chair now. I don't even have to get up, which is kind of pretty cool, because right now I ordered a bunch of Amazon stuff so I can make sure I got the pegs for the pegboard itself. I went to Home Depot and picked those up just now, but I got another light to go underneath here and a light to go over my cutting table area right behind me. But the big machine's there, and I used it for the first time today, like actually making a bag, not just testing it. And I did, it did a beautiful job top stitching. I was like, oh my goodness, where have I done without you? What have I done without you? I don't know. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay. Okay, look, pull up number 2. Come on.
That's the only thing I have to do. And I got my headset up in my pillow, my back pillow. It was actually like a butt pillow, but then it makes me too high, and I feel like I'm really hanging off the chair. So I use it more of a lumbar back pillow. Why are you not taking off?
Oh, maybe because I hit the wrong button. There we go. I hit the volume button instead.
It picks it up to there. Hi, Daddy. We keep going. Sorry, guys.
Okay, that should be better. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Working on the Mal dress. Okay, so I'm gonna work on the bodice first, and then we'll go to the skirt pieces and all that kind of stuff. Yay! Why not? So there's a couple of pieces to it. There are the straps. So this is like 4 sets of them. I don't understand why I can't. Hold on. So we're gonna do straps. So we need 2 straps, 1 for either side. I'm not going to be like production sewing today. Just so you know. Because I just need to get this one done. I just need to get one done today. And then I can work on the other ones tomorrow. Yay! Okay, so I got it on. So I could put some like instrumental background music because I feel like I'm what's it called when you're trying to look for music that's not copywritten or licensed or whatever? I don't know. See if it picks up. Okay. Work on that first. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Hey, Jaded, how are you? Hi, Gloria. Hi, Linda. Hi, Melissa. Oh, hi, guys. Had to put up the music just a tiny bit. It's just instrumental, because I don't feel so alone. Okay, so 2 straps. We're making the bodice of the dress right now. So let me do the straps first because I have to press those. Turn my iron on. Perfect. So the iron's on. I've got my Teflon sheet. Got my ribbon. Got everything else. Oh, I gotta raise my pressure on my presser foot and loosen my tension. So I already know what I need to do to kind of like transfer my machine from bag making into clothing making. But you probably have to kind of test it out for yourself if you're trying to figure out like what you need to do for yourself. Like if you have a machine and you need to do something like that. Yeah, it's not liking the bobbin. No, it's not bad. The stitches are a little small though. They need to be for clothing, but not quite that small. How's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. Shanova just mentioned that she got her servo motor in, so she's under her table installing it while she's listening. So that's fun. Super exciting. She's gonna be up and running in no time. I need to change my needle. So I need a smaller needle because it's just really catching in there. Ah, there we go. Your 70-10. Because this is pretty thin thread, so I don't need a really big needle, and I don't want to puncture too many holes in here. So it was a strap. It was more of a testing, and I was like, yeah. And then I can kind of tell it was getting a little older too with the with the last bag I was making. I could really hear it like puncturing. It was close to almost being done, so I just kind of went through it, and then I did the top stitching on my cylinder arm. I'm not sure if you guys saw it on my Facebook page. I think it's hooked up to the Instagram too, but I'm not sure. Whew. Only problem with smaller needles is smaller holes. So normally I don't have a problem threading the needle. There we go. But, you know. There we go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Pinking shears. And so the great thing is like I literally have my trash like right there now. So I could just like sweep things right onto the trash. Guys, I am... Oh, you can see all that, right? I am in heaven. I'm in heaven. I love the new setup. The idea is for me to have everything in this space that I use to work on commission work, work on orders, and then work on anything that I have coming up for me to list. Inspiration wise, work on my lives, work on tutorials, different things, like all in this space, so that I'm not having to go, oh, let me go run out and get this. I'm like, oh, I forgot this kind of thing. Because you guys already know I'm very forgetful. I'm just saying. Just accept what is and work with what it is. It's pretty much my motto in life, is like, okay, I'm gonna accept that I'm not the most organized, put together person when it comes to doing certain things. So if I have things more in one general area, I have a better chance of not being so forgetful. You guys would be so proud of me, like right behind me, like right here. You can kind of see those drawers right here, right there in that section. I have all of the projects that I have started and yet to finish. So those are all in there, and I pinky promised Miss Markia that I'm not cutting another bag out. I'm not buying another bag pattern. I'm not buying another garment pattern. I'm not doing anything else until I go through those bags and get them done. And projects, because there's other things other than just bags in there. But when I get through those, then I can, you know, do it. But my priority is obviously orders when they come in, and so I can work on orders. So if it's not an order, I'm not cutting anything else out. I'm not doing anything else. So here's a good question. How many of you have more than 5 unfinished projects that you've started? Either you've cut it out, or you've at least started it and you haven't finished it. It could be anywhere in that mix. Like literally, I just have to install straps or whatever. That's a good question. So I'm just turning the straps inside out right now. Oh, I like this station. I like it. It's jazzy, but it's like, it's got some good soul to it too. Okay, so this safety pin has seen better days for sure. I used to have the ones that had the locking mechanism, like for baby diapers, and I have no idea what it is. Okay, so do. Maybe it must be because I'm doing market prep. Well, yeah. But it still counts. I'm gonna turn my back to you guys for just a second. I'm just gonna press my stuff. I'm just rolling out the seams and then just pressing it. So I love that stick there because it also like helps turn things out. Yeah, my mother-in-law came in yesterday and I think she took the bag with her. I hope she did. She saw a bag that I had finished and I just hadn't put it up on Etsy. And she was like, oh, I like this. I was like, do you? You can have it. Since I'm not finishing the circle bag. It was way too thick. Well, maybe I could try doing it with the cylinder arm, but with the piping, because I had already trimmed it, so now the piping is like really short. So I'm really having a hard time, and I don't have the narrow foot for that walking foot machine yet, so. It's just not turning out the way I wanted it. It's just not working. And I don't like to be like, oh, just, you know, she'll take it. You know what I mean? She'll love whatever I give her, but for me, it's not my best work. So I really, for someone that I care and love for, I'm not going to give them something that's subpar. You don't have any at the moment, but you're working to move for, sorry, I can get, oh, you're looking, oh, you're moving? Where are you moving to? Did you say you're moving? So you can get everything up into the new craft room. Yeah. Waiting to move first. Yeah. I get it. I get it. So I'm going to take this bobbin out because it's really too thick for what I'm doing. I was trying to make it work, but no, it's not working. For a top stitch, it just won't work. That one had the least amount on it. The good thing is because this thread is a regular cotton for like an all-purpose type of thing, that I don't have to, it doesn't take more than one bobbin really. Now if I was making like a lot of stuff, then yeah. But one dress should do one bobbin. I should be able to get away with one bobbin for one dress. The only thing I need next to save up for is a really good sewing chair. I am very vertically challenged. So it's hard for me just to get any kind of chair. Gaming chairs don't work for me because they have those really high backs and my neck goes like this because it starts curving and I just can't do it. Okay, so you're moving to a townhouse. Okay, good. I like townhouses. I like townhouses a lot. I like townhouses and condos. I've pretty much have accepted the fact that I don't have the tendency of having having the ability to keep things alive. Fun size, right, Linda? Okay, good. See, we're fun size. I'm fun size too. Just gonna let this. Yep. Yes. Definitely fun sized. I'm gonna have to move this somewhere else. I need to get a drink cup holder, like a real drink cup holder. Like all this stuff needs to go in a little. Ooh, haha! One of those little things, that have a cup holder. I'm gonna get one of these to put like over there Yeah, over there. And then that way I can actually put a cup there, like a real cup holder. There we go. Thanks for helping me work through that, guys. Oh, okay. Well, you know, hopefully it's something that you both can work through. It happens, you know, it happens. All right, let me see here. So yeah, I think that when my children go off to college and my husband and I are empty nesters, I would really like to, I don't know why I threaded that because I have to put the thing. I would really like to do a townhouse or a condo. So I'm not having to worry about outside. We have somebody that does our lawn anyway now, but it's still, oh, look at that. I can't get any grand ideas. But the only thing I will miss is my, if I did that, would be my fire pit. My husband got me, like, he did the patio area and the fire pit for Mother's Day and my birthday a few years ago. And I'm telling you, that is the best thing ever. I cannot wait till it gets cold because I was out there till, I don't know, close to middle of June, putting some fires out there. Come on. So yeah, there we go. So I love me a fire pit. Obviously too hot for it right now, but like I said, I cannot wait until it's cold enough. Yeah, your forever home. I can't wait. Monica, that's great. Do you know what you want for your forever home? Like, do you have like a vision of what you want it to look like? What is this thing doing? Come on. There we go. There we go. That's better. Oh yeah, that's better. Did it work?
You live?
Yeah. I told you it's going live at 2.
Where you at?
Right here.
Oh, I see.
They can't see you. The whole idea is for that, like this. You finished?
Hello.
I told you it was close.
No, which is fine. Cause I just went across the top. The sides, it's fine. But bulky. Skip the stitch. So should I just do top stitch here? And like here, well, like around here, so it kind of still looks purposeful, like it's just on the leather.
Yeah.
And then just keep the stitch at the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
They kind of.
Yeah, just skip over it.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
The easiest bag in the world. And my brain just can't. She's cute, right? Show live. Hey, live.
Yeah, some things do change. Oh, you want to show the live?
Show live. Hey, live. This is the Dana pack. It is a custom order for an Eagles fan. Finish off with that. It's kind of a mix. It's kind of a mix of the nickel and the black nickel. And she's going to have a gray strap to complement some of the birds in the Eagles print. Of course, that Dana pack comes with a full zipper in the front. So you have plenty of room for all of your sporting good needs. Your chapstick, maybe even a flask. Sometimes you got to do it. She's the one. Around the hips, around the chest, even sling it on the shoulder. What else can you ask for? All right, bye y'all.
All right, thanks guys. that's Miss Marquette right there for you.
That's my infomercial.
That's her infomercial.
Let me know if y'all want me to do infomercials on the bags, okay? Spam the chat.
Spam the chat if you want her to do infomercials on the bags we have here. We've got like 12 bags out here that I don't think I've even put them on Etsy. I told her if she does it, then she has to be in front of the camera. She's like, no. You can be in front of the camera and I can talk. I was like, okay, fine. I'll be Vanna White. Come on, buddies. I don't know what I did, but something happened and I was like, uh-oh. Oh, I made it too tight. That's what it was. I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way. Come on. I'm gonna need to get a threader if I'm gonna do this. You love a good infomercial, right? Best infomercial ever. Did you like the part about the flask? Oh, the flasks. Like, yeah, let's do a flask. Let's put a flask in there. I was trying to find stuff to put in it. Did you see me? I was trying to put stuff in it. When she comes back in here, I'll let her know that yes, you guys want an infomercial. She is great at it. I'm good at just like, this is what it is. Okay, that's better. Gotta kind of rock it. It's like looped. Like, how did I do that? There we go. How I saw that, I don't know. Because it's the tiniest thread, and I'm like, what? Okay. I just remembered, I gotta tighten my bobbin a little bit. Don't do this at home. Because I have really thin threads, so if I don't have the bobbin tight enough, it's just gonna just loop. So you gotta tighten your bobbin so that it has some resistance when you're doing it. It's like, I know I missed something. I just got excited chatting with you guys about my new workspace. Because it is exciting. Yeah, it's not, it's just looping. All right, we're gonna get this. You guys are gonna learn. You're gonna get learned with me. She is good at it, you know? She's really good at selling stuff. She's a great instructor too. It's like if you ever have the opportunity to come in for a class, Marquis is actually a very good instructor. She's very passionate about what she does. I think that's why we get along so well, because she's passionate about it, I'm passionate about it. There we go. She's very organized. I'm not organized. For my new space, I have so many good ideas. Yes! Work with those ideas, Gloria. That would be awesome. I'm telling you, that kind of stuff. It took 2 days, and I was like, okay, not everything's gonna be done in those 2 days, but let me just commit to it. And then I asked my mother-in-law yesterday. It was like 5:30, and I still had some more to do, but I needed more help with like just rolling vinyl and putting it underneath the cutting table, because I have the cubicles that I had to roll the vinyl and then push it through so it went all the way through the other side. So it's like way more space than what I had before, because before I had it under the cutting table, but they were in the boxes and then they were just piled on top of each other, so I really didn't know what I had. It always is a work in progress. So I just said, okay, I'm gonna take my 2 days, and I did. And she came in to help me yesterday. The kids were here and they were on the other side in their usual chairs. When this chair here is occupied, they go to the other side where there's like a little waiting room area, and they go sit in the comfy chairs over there. They sit there and read and stuff. My son was looking up how to make robots. He's on a robot kick right now. But it's like the battle bots, that's what it's called. He's into battle bots. So he was looking that up yesterday. There you go. Looks nice now. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, baby. Okay, so that's the peplum part. I'm not doing that right now. All right, so we need two front, 4 backs, because this gets lined. It landed. Woohoo! All right, so let me do my darts first. Oops. So we got 2 back darts and 2 front darts. And I always like to take one side first, pinch it to the mark, like so. Mark my stopping point so I know where to trail off to, and then that way I just start and then trail up to it. There's one dart. Turn the iron on. There's your dot. Second one. Right there. Okay, so when you're doing darts, you're going to run off, and then you can backstitch, or you could do the hand like knotting stuff. I just backstitch, and then that's how your darts look. There's one, and since I'm pressing from the back side, I don't have to use the Teflon sheet. Lots of steam, lots of steam. I like to press my darts one way and then the other way. And then I like to press them both out. So it looks nice. Nice and pretty. All right, let's do the next one. So I literally use the same fabric for the exterior as I do for the lining. I just find it makes it easier not to have an O. So sometimes when you have a lining fabric, especially when it's a knit that is like, this is only a two-way stretch. It's not like super stretchy at all. It just has a little bit of give. And sometimes if the other knit, if the lining is like a jersey knit and it's got a lot of stretch, it ends up being so much bigger than this one, than the exterior, and it just doesn't look as nice. So it's not as cost effective, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So it looks nice. Because it looking nice is better than it not looking nice. Yeah, this thread is just not the best. I'm gonna have to change this thread out because it's not liking the way it's shredding. It keeps shredding on me, and it's not because of the needle, because I changed my needle, so it's not that. It's just because it's just doing its thing. Let's put that there. We'll get this one out. And it decided it didn't like me talking about it, so it just fell on top of me. It didn't like how I was talking to it, so it was like, okay, forget you then. I'm just gonna go to the floor. I'm like, okay. When you've locked your jaw, I don't lock my jaw, but I like a lot. I make funny faces. I make a lot of funny faces when I'm in a groove. And that's with everything. That's when I'm reading or concentrating really hard on something. My husband loves to be like, and sometimes this is what I'll do. Like, I'm sucking on my front teeth. And then all of a sudden I'll look up and he's doing the same thing. And I was like, oh, why you do that? Yeah, this other one, it looks so much better already. Yeah, it's not so fuzzy. Yeah, it's not so fuzzy. Go away. So I suck on my front teeth. I stick my tongue out. I don't lock my jaw though. I pretty much found the only time I ever lock my jaw is when I am really stressed out. Like really stressed out, like almost anxiety kind of stressed out, and then I'm like, and then I can kind of feel it. Yeah, that looks so much better. Okay, so like Tori says, I wouldn't be alive unless I threw something on the floor. I do too sometimes. I'll be like, because it's a serious face. It's like serious, you're concentrating, right? Yeah. Yeah, concentrate up in here. Got it on one side, but I don't have it on the other. So let me go ahead and transfer that. Because I can barely see where it is. Oh, okay. sure it's even. I just concentrate really hard and I look like, what's going on? And this is literally what I do. I just move the other one out of the way and then do it again. Move that one out of the way and do the other one. So I can keep things moving. Oh yeah, now that that thread is so much better. It's a little thicker than all-purpose. It's like a 30 weight. And it's not fuzzy, it's nice and smooth. I like it. So same thing with the back pieces. I press one way, I press the other way, and then I make sure that the dart is facing the center, which is this long seam here. Pressing between seams is the most important part, I think, of garment making. You can really tell if someone isn't pressing their seams as they go along. It just doesn't lay flat. It's just not the same way. Yeah, I bet you do. Okay, so that's right, that's left. That's right, that's left. Now we can start constructing. All right, so just pick one that you want to be the front. So this one for me, that's good. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my lace to put my lace in here. And I literally just have it in a big thing like this that I've cut a 10-inch strip that I have a little scalloped edge at the top. And I'm just laying it across, making sure it looks nice the way I want it. And I want it to have the scallop look at the top. So what I'm doing is making sure that it's scalloped. I'm gonna grab some pins. I don't like folded pins. I don't like that pin. Sorry guys, I'm very particular. If it's all bent out of whack, I can't do it. I'm sorry. There's just no, I just can't do it. Okay, so now that I've pinned it, now I can go ahead and trim away the parts that I don't need. Well, that didn't work. Okay, and so what I'm doing, I'm cutting from here to an angle. If you want to, you can, because I kind of do this by eye, but if you're not used to doing that, what I'm doing is I'm taking it from the outside of the dart up to where the underarm area is, like just right before it, so I can catch it with the green stuff. You'll see. Okay. Can you kind of see that where I've done like a V portion? So I come from the edge of the scalp, the end part of the scalp, and then I go down towards the darts. And so I'm just cutting right at that angle. Just take a look at it and make sure it still looks pretty uniform. Okay, good. Now I can take that to the side. I'm gonna just baste it down real fast. Literally going around and basting it. After I've basted it, then I'm gonna put on the accent colors, which is this green here. Hi, Francis. How are you doing? Good, I hope. We're all having a wonderful day today. My bangs were annoying me, so I just literally just pulled it back and put it into a braid as I was talking to Shinova earlier today. Because they were just getting in my face too much today, so I was like, I'm not dealing with this. Other than that, it's been an amazing day. I'm kind of jealous, just saying. Shinova has like 70-degree weather, it's overcast. I'm doing great, other than having the hair get in my face, which obviously I can fix. I'm having a spectacular day. Or a spooktacular day. Spooktacular. My kids are like, my daughter's like, Mom, please don't do that, Mom. Oh, like, I'm already in the Halloween spirit. If I wasn't on a buying band, I would get Halloween decorations to come up in here, but nope. Can't do it. I'm going to So Magical for the for So Magical to help Shinova with her class because I'm her teacher assistant. And then, goodness. And then I'll be hanging out with Nicole from New Moxie. And anybody else who hangs out with us. Okay. So I tap stitched it down. See that? Yeah, I think so. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, I just heard something slam.
You heard what?
I heard something slam.
Oh, I threw the box in the mail carrier bin.
Oh, gotcha. So everybody says yes, they want the infomercial on the bags. They say you're really good at it.
All right, you want it? I'll give it to you.
Y'all asked for it now. Just saying. Francis, you ready for this? Yeah, Francis, go ahead. Ask away. I can't with her. Yes, you.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said I can't with you today, but you're funny. Go ahead.
What'd I do?
Nothing.
Oh.
You're being funny. We're having a spectacular time.
Must be all the spooky things in the air.
I know, right? If I wasn't on a buying band, you know I would have bought Halloween decorations to put outside.
We have Halloween decorations.
What are they?
I'll put them out.
Okay.
When it's October.
No.
It's still 87-degree weather.
But that's
wearing
what brings
shorts.
in the cold weather. Is the Halloween spirit. So if you put out the Halloween decorations, yeah, Francis, go ahead, ask the question. Then it brings the Halloween weather. Right, guys?
Think on it. I like that so let me put that on.
Okay. She's gonna think about it. So we might be able to put out the decorations out soon. Yes, Francis, you can ask me a question. Okay, so that's one. Now let's do the other one. I had my nails to match the outfit. See? They're very dark sparkly purple with like neon green sparkly. That was intentional. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. See? I cracked myself up. Oh, I do have a charge. Yeah, I do have a charge. So I was like, no, my phone's gonna die if I have it on Bluetooth and I don't have it charging. I do have it charging. Don't worry. I got it charging. Yes. Where does this guy come from? Where's Scully? I call him Precious. I'm really not going to use these clips today, but I want to at least have him in the picture. There. Oh, next time I go live with Tori, I'm going to show off the other one she got commissioned for me. Oh, I wonder if she's awake. She says she's usually awake by now. That would be fun. There we go. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty. Pretty, 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 pretty. Okay, so that's done. So now with my straps. So the straps need to go in opposite directions. So they need to go out, curving out. Like that. Go, curving out. Okay. And I placed mine like right next to the, actually I could use those right now. I put it right next to the green, the bright green ribbon. Right there. And I'm just gonna baste them in right now, just so I don't have to worry about basting it later and I don't forget. Then I'm going to jump stitch over here and then just baste that down. It's just a couple quick stitches. Nothing too crazy. Okay. So they'll go around like that. So now I'm going to construct the bodice. Okay, so with the construction of the bodice, I'm getting the one for of each side of the what we would call the exterior of the bodice. I'm just gonna line that up, clip it. I don't really have to clip, but I do to show you guys good habits, you know. But usually I just line it up like this, throw it down on the table. Stitch, take it off, line it up, throw it on the table. I just keep it moving. Like that. Like I really usually don't clip or pin or anything. Alright, so now I'm gonna press. I am going to press my seams open, but first I'm going to press one way. I'm going to go to the left, then to the right, to the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left. I know I can't sing, but I try. Okay. Then I'm pressing it open. Right over here. I'm going to show you guys the difference between a press seam and the non-press seam. So you guys can tell the difference when, so this seam is pressed. See how it's like laying nice and flat? And then this is a non-press seam. You see it looks like bubbly, right? So that's a big indication if you're taking the time to really press your seams and stuff. It makes it look more professional, like more finished, more polished. It's not that you're not doing a good job, it's just sometimes you have to just take that extra little step to really make it look like, oh my goodness, it looks store-bought, you know? Okay, so take this, put this aside for right now, because we are going to come back to that in just a second. I'm going to repeat the same process for the lining pieces. Lining pieces, the only difference I'm not doing is I'm not basting the straps on, and I'm obviously not doing all of the lace and things like that. So that one goes there. This one goes there. Literally pick it up, line it all up, flop it, line it up, back stitch, sew it. Same thing with the other side. Line it up, flop it, start again. The only thing I do, this is another thing. If I like to sew from top to bottom. So I like to sew from the underarm down to the waist. It's just a habit I've got into. Sometimes if you're sewing, especially with like zippers and stuff like that, if you sew down one side and then up the other side, it can kind of make it a little bit wonky, just because the presser feet, the feed dogs gather more than the top one does. So just keep that in mind. That's another thing that I've caught on to and I try to do when I'm sewing. Good, press it. I love the fact that I can actually just get this done and you guys can watch me do it too, you know? There we go. Good. So even though it's a lining, I still take the time. All right, so now what we're doing, oh goodness, look what I did. This is, so my darts are on the outside and then they're on the inside. So I did all that, now I'm gonna seam rip it. Because I wasn't paying attention when I was putting my pretty sides together. It's very common when you have fabric that's similar, then there's no right or wrong side. That is very common, so just note that happens. It happens to all of us. And sometimes with my bodice, like the lining pieces, I might go just a smidge wider seam allowance just to make sure it's nice and tight. It's not baggy on the inside. Same thing with like bag making, really. A lot of those same fundamentals you'll have on both. Did you guys catch Tori's tutorial last night about the Empress tote? Turned out so nice. So if you guys didn't know, Tori and I collaborated on making that pattern together. And she's gonna help me with my book bag pattern. She's gonna write the directions because I've already got all the pattern pieces. I just have to test it. And then we're good. She's gonna do the instructions for me. So that's another one we'll kind of work together on. I'm still working on if I want to do all the illustration. The illustration takes a little extra time, but I think it's worth it. I find illustrations for me really almost like speak another language. So for me, it just helps with understanding what's going on with illustrations. Okay, so that's pretty side stitching there. That's pretty side stitching there. Okay. All right, let's try this again. It's not going to matter having these little extra threads there, but it just drives me crazy. So, sorry. All right. Go like this. A lot of people are visual learners, so illustrations would be good. I know I personally like illustrations, but I think I'm just going to just take the time and do the illustration with the backpack pattern. I'm a very visual person. I say for me, I can pretty much follow anything along with visuals. You know, like if they skip saying something, like showing something, then I'm so in trouble. And then sometimes pictures can be a little different because even with pictures, sometimes you don't know which one's the lining and which one's the exterior with pictures. And then I'm like, wait a minute, where am I, kind of thing, you know? And with pressing, the steam is what really makes a difference. Yeah. You did! Wasn't it nice? I thought it was nice. I think she did a really great job with her fabric selections. But you know, but Tori does anyway, really. That's why it was so fun to do the Kings of Horror box with her, because her imagination about what she wanted, it was easy to work with her because she knew exactly what she wanted. You know, she's like, I want them riding horses, and I want flames coming out of their, you know, kind of like the headless horsemen and the horror guys, and kind of together, but not too gory, but kind of like, ooh, you know. So it worked out really well. We had a very good collaboration on that too. So I've not met Tori in person, like in person, but with all of our conversations we've had, it's with all of the conversations we've had, she's just like she is on the videos. Yeah, she's just Tori, and it's amazing because I was like, well, that was easy. She's like, yeah. She's like, I just get distracted sometimes because I'm like, oh, look at this. I want to do this. So it was good because I really helped get to the finish line, you know? And this is something she's been thinking about for a while. So it's like, okay, let me see how I can help you out. I think it worked out really well. All right, so I'm leaving a gap right here because that's where I'm going to put the strap in. But I like to catch the strap and bring it in as I'm sewing. Because then if not, it's like resisting with the armholes. It resists and it's not good. But I'm just making sure everything is lining up. Okay, so there's notches where I'm lining up my armholes. My, not my armholes, my straps, Joe. And so all I'm gonna do is just do a stitch right along the top of the back seam, underarms, back seams, and then that way it encompasses everything and it kind of is like, you know, doing the lining of a bag. Coming up to that, so I just wanted to make sure that I can stop where I need to. Okay. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna have to change this one because I'm not sure if this is. There we go. Okay. So, going to grab the strap. Pull it up. Okay, it's gonna get a little puckery here for a second. It's okay. Push it in really good and push up against that notch mark that I have, and then continue to go with their seam allowance. I like to back stitch through my strap. Kids are rough, man. Kids are rough. So, oh goodness. Didn't like me back stitching. So kids are rough, and the great thing about this particular pattern, and I've been making this dress for 5 years now at least. And the great part about it is I've had people like message me and it was like, I can't believe the quality of this dress. Like, it is legit worth the money. And then they're like, hold on. Nope. Nope. Can't do that. They're legit, like, what should I call it? Instrumental music. Like, good. It's a good quality, and they're like, they went to school with it and they didn't want to change out of it for you know, for PE, and they're like, it's like nothing, like they didn't even play around in the yard and stuff like that. They're like, it wasn't a big deal. And some people are like, they've worn it for like different events and stuff, and it's not like other like store-bought costumes where, you know, it's very thin and things like that. Obviously you see how much work I'm putting into it, but it's a good costume. I like it. I wouldn't keep offering it if I didn't like it, and my customers were like, oh yeah, that looks, you know, good. What's up? What, we got problems today? It's got problems. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I know what to ask Markia. Like, where's the other thread? Because this one's a little light for top stitching. For construction, it's fine, but for top stitching, I really like to make sure that it's closer to the color of the bodice. Okay, I give up. I'm gonna go find that other thread. I'm just obviously having issues with threads today. Hold on. Alright, I found it. It was with the Boo stuff. Instead of Mal, it was with Boo. Go figure. Alright guys, let's see. See if third time's a charm. Is your motor on, Shanova? I think I saw something pop through. Did you get your motor on? Get your motor running. I know, I'm gonna be like, what's up today? Like, seriously. Making me look bad, man. You're gonna have problems. You make me look bad for all these people? Okay. It's when I backstitch. I'm gonna Google how to hurt this machine by not hurting it, if that makes sense. Forgot to put do not disturb on. Sorry guys, my phone started ringing. Okay. This machine is gonna and the first time printed on had a bunch of lines. Oh, so you hadn't used it in a while, so it kind of had to go through like a cleaning for a second. Yeah. So, Melissa, is that a sublimation printer? Or is it one that you like converted over to?
A needle threader?
Yes, because this thing keeps coming unthreaded and I'm gonna throw it out the window.
You had some in front of you.
Where?
I think it says needle threader.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, in this case, it wasn't one in there. I bought you one.
Thank you. Conversion. Yeah. Converted one. My sister has one that she converted. So yeah, she does all my sublimation stuff. I'm not trying to get into sublimation. I'm really not. I really don't think it's the thread. I think I'm gonna throw something out the window in a minute. Making me look bad in front of all these people. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why you're on YouTube trying to show people what to do because you don't know what you're doing. Oh, just throw the ink in and keep it going. Okay. I think my sister did like an eco flow or something like that. Is what she did. I don't know. Don't ask me. Like I said, I asked her to do it, and then she does it for me. This strap out of the way, so I don't want to sew my strap into my underarm. Okay, it's behaving for right now. Okay, now I got my eyes on you. All I gotta say, you could try it if you want to. You could try it. Pull up the other one. Hello, where'd you go? There you are. Strap in. There we go. Don't act up. Don't. All right, so I'm just gonna turn it over really fast. Make sure I caught everything and I didn't get something that I didn't need to catch. What did I do with it? Did I drop it? And my pokey out stick. Okay, that looks good. I'm not like completely poking it out. I'm just kind of like, oops. I'm just kind of looking to see. Make sure I got my corners really good. I didn't miss anything. Okay. Looks pretty good. Yep. Caught everything. Straps are good. They're not twisted or anything, so now I can go ahead and trim away. I can trim. So I'm going to, I think what it is it's too high for me, and when I go to pull it up, I pull it off instead. At least that's what I'm saying. Okay. Cut the corners. A lot. So that way when you go to turn it, it's nice and a good sharp corner. Okay. Same thing with these corners right there. So what I do, get really close to the stitching without going through the stitching. Okay, one more right here. So this stitching was to sew up the sides and the top and under the arms. The next thing is going to be attaching it to the skirt pieces, but I have to make the long piece. Hi, I'm Muriel from Lehigh Acres. My family lives in Lehigh. Oh, before I go too far. Now I'm gonna go through here in the curves. I'm gonna use my pinky shears. I got some new ones and I just need to go get them from the other room. These do pretty good though. They're not bad. They just don't like to work like towards this portion. The back portion is really good and sharp. That's nice, Muriel. Okay. There we go. Into the trash. Okay. So I'm going to turn it out, but we are not top stitching yet. I don't top stitch until the very end after I've installed my zipper and everything. So just kind of pull on it, tug on it a little bit. Pull out, go in there and poke out our corners. Okay, just pokey, pokey. It should come right on out because we've already kind of like poked it out the first time. Hi, I'm so glad that you're catching me new. You're a new subby? Oh, hi. How are you? That's great. You found me this week, huh? That's great. This is like, you know, all things sewing kind of stuff. All right, so I'm gonna press it really good, and again, like I said, it's more of the steam than anything else. It's really what we're trying to do. Oh, I forgot to turn it on. Like, so my iron shuts off automatically. Homestead Road North, really? I know where Homestead is. I know exactly where that is. I know where Sunshine is. All that stuff. I know where it is. That's great. Small world. Small world, Muriel. Small world. Small world meeting you here on YouTube. I used to live in Fort Myers for a long time. I never lived in Lehigh though. That's great. Yeah, I've never lived in Lehigh. I've only stayed in Lehigh with my grandparents, with my mom. You know, I used to stay there. When I come down and visit, I stay there. But I used to live in Fort Myers. This was almost like 18 years ago. Then I moved up to North Carolina. So I'm in North Carolina. All right, so we are going to take this and put it aside, and we're going to work on these skirt pieces. Now, this one here, they wanted it to be a long skirt. So what I'm having to do is convert it into a long skirt. So you remember on, I'm not sure if you guys caught it or not, but on the production live, how I told you that I have ones that I can, these are the ones that I made on the live. You remember these, right? So these, I had it to be 2 layers. See how this layer is longer than this one? So that if they didn't want it to be long, all I had to do is just sew it in. It's not a problem. You work overnight at McDonald's, chef. Oh, the one right there on Hampstead, or I'm sorry, Homestead, or the one over in Colonial. Oh, thank you. One of your community gals, huh? You're semi-retired, yeah. Well, you gotta do something, right? Right? Yeah. Homestead, yeah, see, I know where that is. Alright, so when I made these, I made 1 layer longer. So that if I didn't need the long layer, it's no big deal. But since they do want the long layer, I'm doing, so this is the pretty side, because this is going against the body. So what I'm doing now is taking, and I'm gonna sew onto this side. No, wait a minute. Because if I sew on here, flip it up. Yeah, sew on this side, flip it up, and top stitch. I'm gonna go Elmo's World. All right. Oh, I grabbed 2 of them by mistake. All right, so I'm gonna take that, put that on my, oopsie, put that on my sewing machine, and just kind of like walk away, because I could just do that and walk away. Then I'm grabbing my tool. Then I'm grabbing my long tool, and I'm going to literally unroll and go through. It will have 7 layers altogether. So it has 5 of the outer layer and then at least 2 of these layers. So it's 7. Hi everyone. Hi. You're Linda. Hi Linda. She got your sewing message, so she's here. That's great. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. New subs are awesome. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unroll like a lot because it goes through very fast. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it there for just a second. And I'm taking the folded edge because I want the other layer down. And I'm literally going to be pleating it as I go. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. All right. So I don't start my pleating until about 3 inches in from the edge because that's going to have a zipper in it. So I don't want to have too much bulk where the zipper is. I'm going to kind of go and sew. Cut my thread right there. Okay. Then I'm going to stop. And then now when I'm going to start pleating. And I literally just do hand pleating. And I just do it. Go a little bit more. Like that. Do another one. And I just keep going it all the way down. Now this also gets gathered. So it actually creates a lot of volume without having to sit and cut and layer on top of things and stuff like that. So it creates a lot of volume without having to do as much of the laying out and cutting. And sometimes if you don't have the space, this is the easiest way to do it. You when you first get started, until you get kind of used to how much you need to pleat, you may have to do 2 rows, but it's okay. Oh, I turned you guys a little bit too much. You guys can't see me. There we go. Yes, there's a replay too. I keep them up, so you guys can always come back if I get a little long-winded. But it's a beautiful dress that I sell on my Etsy shop. I've been doing it for 5 years now, so it's a very popular dress. I went on Etsy today, and there's this dress. 20 people have it in their cart right now. And that just tells me they're just waiting, you know, maybe to get closer to Halloween, or I don't know. But they're waiting for something to check out with it. Sometimes it's just they're looking at different options, you know. But that's amazing to have that many people have it in their cart. I was like, oh, that's nice, you know. Okay, so now I'm getting to the part where I'm gonna go ahead and unravel some more, because already, there we go. I'm gonna go like that. So unravel, 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 unravel. I'm gonna actually put up my little coffee table. It's not a coffee table. What are these things called? Oh, a TV dinner table. And I'm gonna put this on the TV dinner table. Oh, I was like, wait a minute, it's not a coffee table. What is it called again? Names escape me. Okay. And we're just gonna keep doing. Oh, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to also hit the little like button. If you watch the replay or even afterwards and you have a question afterwards, you can always leave it in the comments. I really appreciate it. Oh, not at all. That's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead, girl. I do the same thing. I'll be like, hey, I'm over here. Are you over here? Like, my friend Shanova and I, sometimes I'll be like, oh, are you catching the live? So-and-so is live right now. She's like, yeah, I'm on it. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, if I just missed it, that I didn't see it or whatever. So, yeah. The more, the merrier. Okay. All I'm doing is pleating. Pleat, sew, pleat, sew, pleat, sew. That's all I'm doing until I get to the end of the undercoat, the underskirt. Undercoat. To the underskirt. If I miss a question, just let me know. Just reply or whatever, but I'm pretty good at catching comments. Okay. All right. So you see what I mean? It's a pretty, already a big amount, and I'm like a third of the way through. What size? This is going to be a size 10, a girl size 10. Okay, so I'm about halfway through. And it's already got a lot of volume, and I'm going to gather it as well, so that's going to be awesome. I feel the resistance. I gotta unravel some more. Unroll, unroll, unroll. What was the question? Oh yeah, size 10. Depending if I get all these orders done this week or not will be dependent on next week's live, if I'm going to be doing a dress again, or a boot costume, or I have a custom order for a Gucci bag. A lady came in with a Gucci bag. It was like an older hobo style, and she didn't like it anymore, and she wants to repurpose it for something else. So I'm going to be cutting it out on a live and then sewing it the next day. So that might be in the works next week, depending on how many orders I get done before next week. I try to do my lives on Wednesdays. Sometimes I can get 2 lives in a week on this channel, because sometimes I go on with my friends. Sometimes I'll go with Shanova or Tori. So sometimes I'll do like dual lives with them as well. But on my channel, I try to do at least once a week. And now that I have my new setup, it's gonna be so much easier to just kind of like have you guys hop on, like me just hop on and be like, hey, what's up? What you doing? How you doing? I want to make that one, the How You Doing bowler bag by Sincerely Jen. I haven't done it yet. I purchased it. It is scary a little bit, but I've already seam ripped it. If at the end of this, if I have time, I'll grab the deconstructed bag to show you guys the deconstruction of it. I've already seam ripped it. I've already deconstructed the bag. I did it one day watching television with my husband. I just brought it home and just seam ripped it. So we watched a movie after the kids went to bed. Yeah, I think it's fun. She's a student of mine. She actually came in and did classes with me last year, and she saw the bags that I make, and so she's like, I've been thinking about it, and she's like, why not have you do it so that way you can, you know, she's like, I know you do really good work. I see your bags all the time on Facebook and Instagram, so you know, I would like for you to do it. I was like, okay. All right, we're coming to the end of the road. All right, so the last couple inches, the last 2 or 3 inches, I don't do any pleating. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm gonna get it as straight as possible as I can get it. Like so, and then I'm gonna cut it. That's all. I'm at the very end. It's like the end kind of folds over and it's like, okay. There we go. Not pretty? Look at all that. Look at those layers. Okay. So now I'm going to go through and top stitch it so that it stays down. And this part's pretty fast. Just getting everything out of the way so I don't knock anything over. I've already dropped a couple things, so it's not alive unless I'm knocking something over. I'm so excited you guys have a sewing community. That is Fluffy? Oh yeah, you're gonna see Fluffy. Oh yeah, you're gonna see Fluffy. I've kind of done that here at in Raleigh. You know, having the sewing studio that we do teaching and stuff. A lot of our students who take classes together will then, you know, get together after class and stuff and become friends because it's a common passion that they have, starting something new, you know? So I love it. It's different from a quilting guild. It's different from a lot of other things, but different in a good way because, you know, some people just want to learn how to sew just to kind of learn and do something and have fun, which is great because if you have that, it makes a difference, you know? And they may or may not get into quilting. I've done everything. I've done quilting. I've done obviously dressmaking. I started with dressmaking. I have a baby quilt commissioned as well. So, yeah. bag making now. I'm really into bag making. I'm really passionate about that. Okay. Boom. Fluffy. All right, so that's the underskirt. So this underskirt, right, has to fit into this circle skirt. So this circle skirt is 5 layers. See that? And then this even comes in because it's still kind of big for a size 10. So sometimes I make it a little bit bigger and then I pleat it in to the waistband so that way it's nice and flowy and like pretty. Okay, so what I have to do now, and this is the scary part for a lot of people. Like some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. But I do. All right, so I'm gonna lay this out just like that, nice and flat. Go over there. And then I am going to mark a line straight down. You bought a bunch of jeans from a thrift store, but didn't know what to do with them. Oh, you can make them into bags, like little bags and stuff. Yeah. Repurposing is amazing. If you can't size them or you don't know how to like size them up or size them down, repurpose them into handbags, like blocked. And it doesn't even have to be the same shape, really, different size rectangles and blocks and squares and stuff like that, and then make a tote bag out of it. That sounds like fun. All right, so what I'm doing is just marking a line down the center, and I'm gonna sew down either side of that line. And the reason I do this is so that the layers stay together, and then I cut it. And then that makes a nice big open seam for the back, so when I can put in that really fluffy underskirt into it easier, and the back zipper. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this, and I'm just stitching down either side of that line. I'm just making sure I'm not catching the front layer, should I say. And this fabric is very shifty. It's charmeuse, it's organza, so it likes to shift a lot. Some satin in there, so that's why I do it this way. So it's just easier to work with. All right, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay, there you are. Lift. Go to the other side. And now I'm just running my presser foot right along that stitch line that I just did. One day you'll find them? Yeah, I'll find them. They're probably in the box in the closet. That's where I find most things, that I'm going through my closet. I was like, oh, that's where I put that. Like after we are organizing in here, I have an entire box full of stuff that I have to go through and be like, what did I get that for again? Yeah, definitely. The coming up is easier than the going down because it's already stitched on one side. Okay. Okay. So you see that nice long stitch line? I'm making sure that it didn't catch anything else. So you guys can see that. Now I'm gonna cut it. Cut. And then after I cut it, I'm gonna burn it. Yes. I said burn. Burn, baby, burn. I know, it's unconventional. But it works. I don't have my candle in here, so I'm just gonna have to burn it by hand. So just take a flame and just run really fast down the edge. Just seals it. The edges, yeah, burn the edges. Just burn the edges, see? Burn the edges. She's like, the edges? Yes. Boom. It seals. It seals it. I don't have to sturge it, I don't have to do nothing. It only works with polyester, and you've got to do it fast. You can't do it slow. I don't recommend doing it on a project to start with. If you're going to try doing it, work with some scraps at first, and then you can do it later. Or worse, show up after you drive 28 minutes to the sewing store to replace it. What am I replacing? Ooh, that's funny. I don't know what I'm replacing, but okay, I got it. All right, so now, you see that's now one big piece. All right, so I'm gonna take this, push it, take it down, and I'm gonna quarter. Well, I've already done my quarters. So I've already marked my, obviously my back end. I've done my side seams and my center mark. I've already got those marked. But just in case, I like to put a little chalk line right at them. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna find my scissors. Oh, oh, I can't find them ever. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with this piece. So this is a very long piece. This is like 58 inches and then like 60 something inches. It's almost 70 because I can like, that's 1 yard, that's 2, so that's 72 inches. So what I'm gonna do is find my quarter. So what I do first, bring it in half. Just like that. Okay, so the halfway mark is that join, which is pretty usual. And then my other one is right here. So now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a pin it through just the outside layers and then the inside layers, and I'm marking out my quarters. Okay. I'm quartering it so that I can match up my quarters, and then in between, it's almost like hand gathering. Okay. All right, so that's what I want. I want the pretty side against the wrong side because I want the layers to show this way. Hello, how are you? You gotta go fly? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that and catch it and stitch. All right, marking, I'm lining up my quarters. Okay. And then I know all this has to get gathered in here. So I know that's another quarter right in there. So I quarter and then I quarter it again. It's like making pie or cutting pie. All right, so the first inch, I don't do any type of pleating or anything like that, so that way I don't have it too thick at the zipper. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start just folding it over and pleating it, folding it over and pleating it until I get it to like almost gather into that circle skirt. I would have a lot of scissors if I had to go to the store every time I lost my scissors. I lose them a lot. All right, so I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna keep doing that all the way. Take my pin out the way. Okay, making sure I'm not catching anything underneath. It's very important. Trying to make sure that with all these layers, I'm not getting anything but what I want to do. And it comes with time. Just I promise you, it comes with time in learning how to do this without having to like stop, go to the cutting table or to a table to spread out and stuff like that. It comes with time. Okay, so this one goes with that one. I've done it for many, many years. Okay, so that one goes there. Okay. Just like that. Again, making sure I'm not catching anything underneath other than the layers that I want to. So for me, that's the circle skirt layers and this pink band. Every couple of inches, I make sure everything's down because with a circle skirt, it likes to tuck up. There you go. I love it. So since you guys are part of this sewing community, do you guys I'm guessing you guys are over in Florida area. Do you guys know about the Sew Magical Expo? It's a sewing like expo / convention. It's held in Orlando. Oh, you really want the 18 by 18 ruler? Yeah, it's magic. It's like a magic ruler. Yes, the magic ruler. It's magic. It can do all things. It can do all things. Yeah, that ruler is gonna be epic. I've got an 18 by 18 ruler. So I'm going to be at Sew Magical. I am. I'm going with my friend Shanova. She's teaching a class on Sunday. And I'm her teacher assistant. I taught in Tennessee. And it was so fun. I just didn't know my time commitment for September because, you know, obviously I've got a lot of costumes and things like that I do, so I didn't know what my time commitment was going to be. But the good thing is that, well, good and kind of bad, my husband and I didn't go on our summer trip this year, so I had some time built in for me to go ahead and go to the convention, which works out really well because then we can network and meet people, and it's gonna be fun. Hanging out with a bunch of people who love to sew. Yeah, and it's really good for quilting because it's a really big ruler. I have the t-shirt quilt rulers that Leslie from Jolie Lee Creations made for me because I sent her my measurements of the old rulers that I had, and I had her redo them for me with the seam allowance being at 1/2 inch instead of 1/4 of an inch, because with t-shirts you sometimes need to go a little extra, and she made them for me, and they're glittery and sparkly and amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so see how I've pretty much gathered all of those of that thickness into that skirt. See that? Oh, that's fluffy. Fluffy. I hit everything. Sorry. That's fluffy for you right there. That's a skirt. Right, all these layers, and you see how it just comes out. It's perfect for a large tote bag too. Hi Shanova, you're back. Did you finish installing it? Is it working? Did you test it? Sorry. A lot of questions thrown at you. Sorry. I'm just excited for you. Okay, I'm making my center mark again just to make sure I know where it is. It's absolutely perfect. Yay! I love it. It's gonna be awesome. Awesome. Okay. Yes. All right, so now that we've done that, okay, so now we have our skirt layers. We've got our bodice done. Now we need to put the bodice to the skirt layer. This particular pattern has a waistband. So, but instead of a waistband, I do a ribbon that looks like the leather that Mal had on her dress. So I'm going to, I've already got some pre-made. This is what I do. I've got like a lot of it pre-made because I said like I'm making a ton of these things, right? Throw it over the shoulder. This is how we do it. All right, so now I'm gonna grab my bodice and I'm going to take the lining layer and pull it away. See that? Just like that. And I'm going to lay the band on top. And I'm going, I can kind of tell where I'm doing, but I'm going about a 3/8 of an inch. And all I'm doing is laying it down, holding it with my finger, and then sewing. Okay, laying down with my finger and sewing. Lay down with my finger, again, and sew. This way, I don't miss catching it. You love quilting and making clothes for your kids. I mean, that's amazing. Dressmaking for me was my passion for a very long time. But then after 10 years, my daughter was like, I don't want to wear it anymore. I'm like, what? But now she's really into it again, so go figure. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna line up just so that it stops at the same spot so that when I do the zipper, it matches. I'm gonna line those things up. And then I'm gonna pull this back. And I'm making sure that my band is stopping where the other one stopped. Okay, and we're done with that. I'm thirsty today. So after she was like, I really don't want to wear, you know, dresses like that anymore, I was like, okay. So then I got into quilting for a little while. Well, I did quilting, well, I was clothes making for her too, but I digress. Sorry. But I did a little bit more quilting. Like making like king size quilts. I'm telling you. Then I started bag making about 3 years ago. Yeah, right before COVID is when I started bag making. And I watched Sew Sweetness for a while there. I watched Crafty Gemini. So she did quilting and bag making. And so I did a lot of that stuff too. And then I got into like Lauren's channel with Sew Whatever, and I loved the way her bags made, like they were structured and they looked nice. And I was like, oh, I want to do that too. And then it just went I literally went down the rabbit hole from there. And now I'm designing fabrics and putting up vinyl fabrics and waterproof canvases and all kinds of stuff, and collaborations with Tori from Seems Legit, and meeting wonderful people like Shanova and Nicole and so many people. It's an amazing community, and I am so grateful for it. I'm absolutely blessed. I'm getting teary-eyed right now. I'm sorry. It's an amazing community. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so I'm going to lay this down face up. Okay. Right there is my center mark. Here is my center mark for my bodice. And I'm literally doing the same thing. The only difference is I start here, but I'm gonna, that's the important part. The center has to line up with the center. That's the most important part. And then the sides, because I can kind of see where the side seam is, the side seam needs to match with the side seam of the skirt. So that's what I'm doing now. And it should line up really nicely. I may have to shift and gather a little bit in here, but that's okay. Gathering never hurt anybody. It just makes them more fluffy. And pin it in place. Okay. And then take it here. Right, I like to line it up to right underneath that green band. So it's consistent on both sides. All right. Then, keep moving. Woo! Layers. Okay, side seam again to the side seam here. Lined up, I can feel where it lines up to right underneath that green band. Pin it. And then do one more pin right here. Again, right under that band. Boom. I love Lauren's channel, and I was so beyond blessed and thankful that she agreed to come and do a workshop with us last year in August when she did her the one with More Me No Box, and she came here to do that in person. She's amazing. She's awesome. I love her. She works her butt off. She does. And the great thing is, like, her grandma actually lives in Cary, which is not too far from here. So she got to stay with her grandma for the weekend, and so she got some family time in, as well as, do the workshop. Her husband and her daughter were here too with her. Obviously she didn't come in for the workshop itself, but they were here, so she didn't she was younger, so Dorothy was a little younger, so it worked out really well. And I'm so happy that she's expanding, and she's expanding headquarters, and is going to be doing the the classroom and having more warehouse space and things like that. Very, very, very inspirational and blessed. Same rabbit hole. You started Barbie clothes. When you were little. I did Barbie clothes too when I was little. I hand stitched everything. For years and years. Say sweetness. And then you were hooked on bags. Same thing, right? Yep. It all started with the same thing. It was just amazing. Yeah. It just all goes from there. Like, I didn't go to last year's convention for So Magical in Orlando. I didn't get to go last year because I didn't really know too much about it until it happened last year. It broke. Okay, it broke right there. Okay, good. So I wasn't aware of it. Like, I kind of heard about it, but I didn't really like no, you know. And then I was like, oh goodness, let me teach in Tennessee, because Tennessee is actually not too bad of a drive for me. So I did that one. Loved it. But anyway, back to the one in Orlando last year. So Kasaya, who's actually, she was here a couple weeks ago. Kasaya was doing her live chat, going around to the different vendors, right? And I was like, oh, look. I was like, oh, and I saw Shinobi, and I was like, oh, I saw her like peek, kind of here and there, and I was like, oh, okay. So then I started watching her channel, and then I asked Shinobi if she wanted to come and teach, and that was a blessing when she came for last year's retreat. And we have another retreat coming up next year. I'm sorry, it was this year's retreat. Yeah, it was this year, right? This June. It feels like it's been so much longer. Shinova, it feels longer than that, honey. Yeah, I mean, it's just been amazing. I asked Jessica with So Many Creations if she wanted to come to teach, and she said yes. I asked Nicole with Sonar, and she came. Oh, it has been an amazing year. Yeah. All your clothes were made by your mom. Like, see, I get it. I get it. When I was younger, there was no Sears or Kmart down the street in Puerto Rico, so all of our clothes were handmade as well. I remember a romper. I had this really cute romper with like the jelly sandals. Remember the jelly sandals? If you don't know what the jelly sandals are, it's okay. Hey, Tori! So have they started? Have the holidays started yet? Was talking about you. Were your ears ringing? No. All good things, all good things. That's what Olaf says. All good things, all good things. Yeah, so, yep. Yeah, so the pattern that Tori and I collaborated with is actually out on her website now. So if you want to go over there and buy a pattern and go down that rabbit hole, but if you're getting the horror box, the Kings of Horror box, it comes with a pattern. So just wait till you get the box, and then you can download your free copy. It's okay. This has been happening. It's the layers. It's the layers. So yeah, it's been a blessing. I've hand sewed for many years, many years before I started sewing on a sewing machine. I couldn't do it. I was petrified of sewing machines. You know what I mean? The older ones were like loud. Sorry, we're struggling with retirement. Yeah. I get it. I'm personally on a spending ban right now myself, so unless I have to do something with the business, I can't do it. Because we talk every day. I know, Shinova, we talk every day, so it feels like we've known each other for a long time. I need a little over 100 hair scrunchies. You made that many? Wow. Yeah. You made that many scrunchies? Wow. I can get like like one bag a day done or like one dress a day done. But I did finish a bag this morning, and I'm about to finish this dress today. So that's 2 things. So that's pretty cool, huh? Look at that. Whoop, whoop. It's like Who Sisters. Milk all over the floor. Ooh, you're back-ish. I'm listening mostly and watching here. Okay, go. Sometimes I just listen. All right, thanks, Tori. Bye. Have a great day. All right, so that's the dress. Now we need to install the zipper. Zipper installation. Okay, so I know a lot of people don't like zippers because, especially on garments, because they're a pain in the booty. And I'm not gonna argue with you about that because they are. They really are. I'm gonna need to go back and do another stitch through here because there's some places where it's kind of really scant, like really close. It's like a 1/4 inch. It's not too bad. But I'm gonna go through again. Just make sure they're staying there. Oh yeah, the industrial ones are like hardcore, especially the leather industrial ones are very hardcore. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, another top stitch. Hello, hello. It's so much purple. I feel like it's a lot of purple. I'm being very careful to stay on the band. I'm concentrating. I could have done this the other way. Why did I do it the other way? Because obviously I like to torture myself. Sure. Catch my little snippy snips along the way. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And then we'll install the zipper. So I'm gonna install the zipper the way my dad taught me how to install a zipper. It's probably not even close to the way you're actually supposed to install a zipper, but it's my tried and true method. He never steered me wrong. Sometimes, but it's okay. When he did, it was to mess with me. Oh, you just give away, that's awesome. You just give scrunchies away? Okay. All right. Okay. There we go. It's a dress for sure. Okay, so now the zipper. Zipper. Okay, so this is how I do it. This is how my daddy taught me how to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna first base the stitch this hand zipper on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the right side against the right side. Okay, and I like the little teeth part to line up just to right where the beginning of the thing's gonna be. And this opens up nice and big. But where that green band is where I'm going to pin. Okay. Gonna pin right there at that green band, and then I'm also gonna mark it. And I do that so that when I do on the other side, I line up my green marks first. Okay. So take that, line that up. I wonder, I haven't tried, but I might want to try my double-sided tape. This is the way my daddy has always taught me to do it, so I'm gonna stay with the tried and true for right now. Okay. Oh, that shifted a lot. Okay. Okay, bye. See you later. All right, so let me hit that. Let me open it up just a little bit so it stops moving on me. Okay, now I'm gonna grab it and then pin. I'm pinning it as though I had already pinned this one side and then the other one. Bye, Linda. Okay. I gotta pick up the dress because it's so much dress that it's like wanting to pull it down. And I'm not trying to do that. Okay. All right, so that's there right there. So new line. Okay. But it worked out because the other one lines up with the top of the band, so. Okay, and then continue down this side. Oh, I forgot to do that. I forgot to sew these layers down together. So let me just move my zipper out of the way and sew these layers together so that way they stay together when I'm trying to do my zipper and my back seam. Like hand embroidery or machine embroidery? I don't have an embroidery machine. I used to have like one of those all-in-one ones. Didn't like it. Maybe it was because it was an all-in-one. Not sure. But the stitches would always pop, and even if I bought the really good sulky stuff and all that, it didn't work. And then I would take it to the shop, and well, the guy would come to me actually, but you know, I'd have him come look at it, and then he'd fix some kind of like little spring thing in here, and then like 2 weeks later it would break again, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Machine embroidery. Oh, you have two of the Janome ones. See, that mine was a Singer. I didn't like it. You know, a lot of my students can tell you I'm just not that into Singer anymore. I don't know. It's even after teaching beginner sewing classes for the last 6 or 7 years, probably longer than that. You know, every time someone comes in with the Singer sewing machine, they always have problems. They always end up having problems with their machines, and it's disheartening sometimes. You know, sometimes it's like you're trying to learn, you're trying to do your stuff, but the machine's not working right, and yeah, get on my soapbox about that. All right, so that's there, and I'm gonna just baste it in first. So the basting just helps me keep it all in place so that when I get my zipper foot on there, it lines it up. Okay. And I do my basting before I do anything else for both sides. This is not an invisible zipper, but the way I do it, it makes it almost look like an invisible. Almost. Not all the way, but almost. All right, so there's that side. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one and attach it to the other side of this here. But where I start, this is important, where I start I line up these lines, these green lines here, and then match it up. So then that way those lines look continuous through the back of the zipper. Okay. Go this way. I'm really pinning really well because I am going to be going this direction and it's not a good idea. It's looking great. Awesome. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. All right. So now we're going to pop this guy over here. So just sit still. And because I'm pinning a lot, I can go the opposite direction. I cannot do that if I'm doing the whole just catching it and flipping thing. It doesn't work. Catch and flipping does not work opposite direction that you originally sewed. You gotta pin. Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. I had to like think about it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started again, basting it in place. Like I'm really waiting until I get really close to that pin before I move it. I don't run over my pins, but I get really, really close. Like dangerously close. Okay. Right. It's basted on now. So now I'm going to turn it. Look at that. See how it just looks like it goes across? That's what we're looking for. I'm so happy it came out right. I was about to really hurt this machine today. It was giving me problems. But it was just because I converted it from bag making to clothing making. I really should have taken my time and really tested things out before, but I didn't have time. By the time I got back from lunch and going to Home Depot to get all this stuff, the live was getting ready to start. So I was like, oh, I gotta go. So I worked it out. Okay, so now that it's all together, now I'm going to get my zipper foot. And because it's also basted in and it's all matched up, I don't have to worry about coming up and down different directions because my zipper foot is open to the left, which is what I prefer. Don't hurt yourself, Saunders. Shanova, are you making a bag right now? just imagine she's been so like itching to get in there. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is, since the opening's to the left, I'm gonna open it up this way. And I'm going to get really, really close to my teeth, all the way down. Okay? Open it up to start with. Okay? Make sure I got a good sight of where it's going. Lord, woman. The teddy bear is so cute. I see it. Like, I want to show them. How long did this thing take you?
I don't know.
Miss Marquez has been working on these teddy bears. Oh my god, it's so cute. Look how cute it is. And it says, I love you, Mama. Mama. Grandma. That's my son says to his grandma. Grandma.
It's a country thing with W in it though.
It's so cute. She's been working on these so hard. She literally cut up all these individual squares, quilted it all together, like pieced it all together into long enough pieces to cut out the teddy bear pieces, and then made it all together. I mean, she did awesome, didn't she? Oh, they're so cute. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Get her together up top.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's cute. Yeah.
Is it worthy?
Yeah, it's worthy. It's worthy.
These are
If you
the
want
size.
it to keep, huh? I'm done with the iron if you need it.
Yeah.
I would say if you want it to kind of like keep its legs closed a little bit, if you do like a little tuck stitch, no, in here, where the legs, like right here, just one little stitch, like go like that, yeah, if you want to. But the one I made, Dwight Jr., the first one I ever made was like that, so it just looks like that. Let me get the, there you go. Careful, it's hot. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That works out perfectly. I've got some other irons on the other side. I'm gonna bring one over. Isn't it adorable? It was made from the grandmother's old clothing. She passed away, and that's a memory bear. So this was one of the memory bears that we make. And so she was a quilter. She was a big quilter, and so they wanted to get they got together like 10 different shirts and stuff like that of hers, and yeah, it's a memory quilt. It's a memory bear that's quilted. Isn't it cute? It's the first time we've done a quilted one. We've done a lot of different ones with different types of shirts. Like I've done with men's shirts that have the button up, and the center seam actually is still the button up. It's amazing. The things we can do when we put our minds to it, right? The creativeness is just amazing. Okay, I'm getting really, really close. Now I have to zip it up. Zip it up. And I had to lift up my foot and my needle, but what I'm doing is I'm putting my needle back down where the hole was, the last hole for the last stitch, so that I make sure I keep my stitch lines going straight. I'm getting really close to those teeth. Okay. Stitchy, stitch, stitch. All right. Now I'm going to come up the other way and do the same thing. It is adorable. I love it. I love the things we do here. I love teaching it. I love sharing it with people, the different possibilities. And there's someone who's just not able to do it themselves, that's okay. We can help them, you know? We can help find creative solutions for a lot of things. A lot of things. So it is like you're stitching it twice, but the thing idea is to really make sure that those lines match up. Yeah, especially if they're a quilter. If they were a quilter, you know, and we have like 6 of her quilts that we need to bind for her because she did everything except for bind them. So, yeah, that worked out really well. So we finished binding the quilts for her. So it was good. It was good. Okay. You guys ready? Okay. We're like halfway done with this dress. Oh goodness. It's kind of like when Kastaya tells Susan, all right, we're the home stretch. And Susan's like, please stop saying that because we're not. I love their rapport. It's amazing. It just comes through really well. Okay. Just snipping my threads at this point. I'm just snipping all of my little extra stitches. Throwing them on the floor, obviously. Okay. Oh, isn't it pretty? All right. Okay. So just so you guys can see this, and then I can finish the lining and everything after I get, you know, so that way we're not doing this too much longer. What you looking for? Oh, it's right there. I think this is the only 2 pieces, unless you get the hole punch. No, it doesn't come with the hole punch. A hole punch you have to cut out the hole yourself.
Yeah. I was making sure. I was like, wait, what did we get it with? We'll find something.
Oh, I have it right here.
You got a mallet?
Yes, I have the mallet. It's right here. The
Oh
leather.
yeah, the leather.
Oh, and I actually do have a hole. And a mallet. That should make it easier.
She may actually want black too, because I thought we had gold. She was like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah, she can use the black. Look at that. Bam. So you see a little bit of the zipper, but it's not like a lot. You know? Pretty. Oh, out of blue jeans. See? Who's the one who had a bag full of blue jeans that they wanted to do something? See? You can quilt it. That's going to be a thick quilt. I mean, that's going to be heavy. All right, so there it is. There's the dress. So all I'm going to do next is just attach the lining and do a top stitch. And that's it. But we are going on like a long time, and I don't like to try to be like a marathon. Unless you guys say go for it. I mean, if you all say I'm here for it, then I'll stay on. But if not, we can just end the live now, and I'll be like, peace out, and finish the dress. Y'all let me know. I'm here either way. I'm here regardless, you know? I bet it is nice and cozy. Oh, I know. Before I do that, I need to sew up the back seam. So I need to get really, really close to the... I'm just sitting here. I'm still here. And it's just a bed cover because you're in Florida. Yeah. But if it got really cold, you know, those few days that it gets to like 40 degrees in Florida, those 2 days out of the year, Yay! So you do like a marathon live? That's awesome. Alright, so I'm gonna put these two together so I can do the really close stitching with the booty. Oh, and I gotta do this too. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so I guess I'm going for it. So now I get really close to here. And what my dad told me to do is like get as close as you can to come up to this stitching so that it has like very little gap. Okay. She's lived in Michigan for 31 years. I have a friend who came from Michigan, Hillary, our kids instructor. She came from Michigan. I think it's Independence or something like that. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Okay, I gotta go this direction. No, I was right. Oh, it's this way. I have to orientate myself about which way. Yeah, 2 or 3 days, like I said. That's all you get. That's all she wrote. 2 or 3 days. Those 2 or 3 days though, my mom was like, "Woo, it's cold." My mom's been living in Florida for a very long time. She came from New York. She lived in New York most of her life. And then she's been in Florida for like 40 years. And let me tell you something. When it gets cold, oh, that woman does not like it. Because it's warm like 99.9% of the time. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about when you have to like come up to the split. I'll finish the rest of the seam. It's just easier. Do you see how I did that? So it's like there's no gap for the end of the zipper. But I'm gonna take this foot off now because I don't need the zipper foot anymore. I think it's really got some bass to it today. It's also one of those like subwoofer ones, so. But it felt like I wasn't by myself today because I had music going and I had you guys to chat with, so it went by really fast. A long time, but still went really fast. All right, so. Just throw it down. I'm about to throw down. Okay, and then just stitch it. Just make sure we're not catching anything else that we don't need to. Everything's nice and flat. I'll only get what I need to. It's right there. It's tulle everywhere. And it's like 3 different colors of tulle. We've got 3 different colors of tulle in here. We got like a purple, like a bright purple, black, and then like a plum purple. It really gives the ombre effect. Got threads everywhere. Tulle collects everything. Okay, almost done with this one.
Where are the box of safety pins?
They're on the other side. That first machine you first get to, you'll see the box. And there's like only like 4 or 5 pins in it. I don't know what's happening to them.
Okay.
I don't know if Miss Angie's using them when she's doing alterations. Okay. Oopsies. Alright. So any of these little threads that are just kind of like hanging out, and just burn them. Yeah. We're in the burning show. Burn, baby, burn! Sorry. Alright, so now that we've done that, now we can do the oh, there we go. Okay, so now you're gonna turn it right side. You're turning wrong sides touching now. Or right sides touching, sorry. And then we're going to sew down the lining onto the zipper. And the lining doesn't have to be as close as the zipper was, so you don't need a zipper foot for this. You're just wanting to catch the layers. Okay. Snip off the edges. And then pull it out to make sure I don't have to get it closer. Yeah, so see, I can still see some of the thing there, so I'm gonna sew back. I'm gonna sew back through again. One more time, a little bit closer. It doesn't hurt because I'm just catching it at this point. Oh yeah, I can feel that's much closer. So the side of my presser foot's running right along the zipper teeth. Just as a guide, like a track. Now let's see. Oh yeah. Now look at that. That's the lining, and that's the exterior. Isn't it nice? That's the way my daddy taught me to do it. Okay. I'm gonna do the other side. Again, pretty sides touching. Down. Okay, make sure we're starting off from the top. I went a little further than I wanted to there. There we go. Okay. Come on, throw that. almost done. We're at the home stretch. Okay. 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 Come on, buddy. Work with me. Work with me. You're so pretty. Give you nice big compliments. Yeah? Yeah. There we go. There we go. We got this. I'm hiding behind the tool. Can you see me? Can you see me? Like a turtle. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Peekaboo! My son used to love playing peekaboo with his sister. Oh goodness, that girl would play some peekaboo and he used to just love it. He was a baby. All right, so suck that in a little bit. There you go. That's the lining. That's the exterior. We did it! We did it, we did it, we did it. All right, guys, we're done. She ready. Okay. So I do just some hand tack stitches to keep the lining onto the bodice. But let me show you guys what it looks like. Hi, how are you? Okay. Obviously, I'm not a size 10 in the kids, but look at that. Ooh, it's very like flowy, right? It's poofy and flowy. And it's not too long. So I measured the length compared to me because most 10-year-olds are taller than me. Yes, yeah, they are. And then most people are like, you sew barefoot? Yes, I do sew barefoot. And I also drive barefoot. I have a better like feel for things. So isn't that so cute? I love, 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 love the definition of this right here, right? And then with this band and everything. So this is pretty much a pattern that I self-drafted over 5 years ago. When I first started, it looked a little differently than what it does now. But the idea was to make it look as close to the motion picture as possible. So it's inspired by the Descendants movies, but it's not like a duplicate. But yeah. Thank you guys. Isn't it awesome? Did I look cute? Did I look cute? Yeah. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me and making this with me. I really appreciate all the encouragement and the chatter and the chitter chatter and everything. That's my desk right now. It's a mess. Don't worry about it. We're still organizing. Alright guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, thumbs up, subscribe, and okay, so today's question, because last week's question I think was, which one is your favorite Girl Scout cookie? But this week I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite cupcake flavor? What's your favorite cupcake flavor? Put that in the comments. It's something fun because most people are like, oh, sewing. And then they see these random comments and they're like, what are they talking about food? Why not? All right, guys, thank you so much. Bye.